Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. Hey, Giants fans, buckle up because the NFL offseason is heating up. And boy, do we have some blockbuster rumors swirling around the NFC East. One of the most talked about speculations right now is that the Minnesota Vikings might be open to trading superstar wide receiver Justin Jefferson. I know it sounds crazy. Jefferson, a franchise cornerstone, a guy who's been lighting up defenses since he was drafted in 2020, potentially on the move. But listen, this isn't just some random rumor. Sources like Adam Schefter are reporting that the Vikings are seriously considering sending Jefferson to the Giants, or at least exploring what it would take to make it happen. Now, the Vikings, sitting at 4-6, are in a bit of a transitional phase. They're looking to rebuild their roster, especially on the defensive line, and that means they're trying to free up cap space, about $20 million, by shipping out Jefferson. The idea behind this is to get draft capital, specifically a first-round pick in 2026 and a second-rounder, while also having some extra cash to bolster their front seven. It's a classic rebuild move, and the Vikings are known for being aggressive when it comes to making bold trades to reset their roster. But what about the Giants? Well, landing a guy like Jefferson would be a game-changer. It's no secret that our passing game has been inconsistent at times, and adding a receiver of Jefferson's caliber would give us a true WR1, someone who can take over games and create mismatches all over the field. Jefferson, nicknamed Jetski for his elite acceleration, has been a dynamic playmaker, and pairing him with the likes of Jalen Hyatt or Wan'Dale Robinson could unlock a whole new level for our offense. Looking at Jefferson's stats, he's been nothing short of spectacular. Drafted 22nd overall in 2020, he's accumulated over 500 receiving yards in just 3 seasons, with a career total of around 0 yards and 40 touchdowns. His PFF grade hovers around 91, which is essentially elite. His 2023 stats show he's been consistent, about 55 catches on 80 targets for roughly 850 yards and 6 touchdowns in 10 games. His yards per catch is 15.5, and his YAC, yards after catch, is an elite 6. 1 yards, making him a threat in every part of the field. Jefferson is also a master of contested catches, averaging about 15 per season, with at least 220 one-handed catches, showcasing his incredible ball skills. Now let's talk about what a move like this could mean for us. If the Giants manage to bring Jefferson on board, it would immediately boost our EPA, expected points added, per pass attempt by over 20%. That's a significant jump, one that could easily push our offense from an average of around 18 points per game up to 24 or even higher. And it's not just about the raw numbers. Jefferson's presence would force defenses to double-team him, opening up opportunities for guys like Neighbors and others to get freer in the secondary. His ability to exploit zone coverage, especially middle-field zones, would make our passing attack much more explosive. In terms of impact, Jefferson would elevate our offense to a whole new level. His projected yards per season could hit around 500 if he stays healthy, and that's with a still developing quarterback core. His addition would also make our offense more balanced, especially with Daniel Jones under center, giving him a true go-to receiver. Think about the possibilities. Jefferson's route running, combined with his ability to create separation, would give us a weapon that defenses have to scheme for every single down. The comparison to other recent trades is interesting, too. Remember how the Bills traded Stefon Diggs? That move transformed their offense, boosting their passing yards and overall scoring. Similarly, if the Giants land Jefferson, it could be a similar boost, especially considering how our division rivals like the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles are always looking for ways to improve their weapons. This move could be the ripple that shifts the balance of power in the NFC East. Now, let's talk about the Vikings' perspective. They're reportedly considering this trade because they're looking to pivot, prioritizing defense and draft picks over star power on offense. Their defense allows about 6 points per game, and their offensive line has struggled with 28 sacks allowed. They're aiming to rebuild around the draft and add more edge rushers and defensive talent, similar to the Bengals' approach with T. Higgins last year. They're also allowing roughly 230 passing yards per game, which isn't terrible but not elite either. So, what would this mean for the Giants if it happens? Well, for starters, Jefferson would be a massive upgrade, and his addition could boost our passing efficiency by a huge margin. With him on the field, our offense's win probability would go up significantly. Projections indicate that Jefferson could push our season total to around 500 receiving yards, and that would make us one of the most dangerous passing teams in the league. Plus, with his ability to deal with zone coverage and break tackles, averaging about 6.1 YAC per reception, Jefferson would help extend drives, keep our defense rested, and keep the scoreboard ticking. Let's also consider the division implications. The Eagles and Cowboys are always aggressive, and adding a player like Jefferson would make us even more dangerous. Our offense with him in the fold could average over 24 points a game, which is a huge step up from our current standing. That kind of offensive firepower could make the difference in close games and playoff positioning. And what about the Super Bowl odds? Well, right now, the Giants are sitting at long shots, somewhere around plus 50 0 odds. But if we land Jefferson, those odds could shorten dramatically, maybe to plus 18 0 or even better. He's a genuine X-factor, especially in man coverage situations, where his route running and contested catch ability make him nearly impossible to stop. Just like Tyreek Hill's impact in Miami, Jefferson would be a game changer, boosting our chances to make a deep playoff run. Of course, this kind of trade isn't without risk. The Vikings might want to hold on to Jefferson if they believe they can make a playoff push, or perhaps they want to see how their young receivers develop in the offseason. But the fact remains, if the Giants can pull this off, it would be a franchise-altering move that could define our season. Now, think about the long term. With Jefferson on the roster, our offense becomes more dynamic and unpredictable. It allows us to diversify our attack, stretch defenses vertically, and keep opposing coordinators up at night. Plus, it sends a clear message that the Giants are serious contenders, willing to make bold moves to compete at the highest level. It's a move that could set us up for years to come, especially if we can keep our core healthy and develop more chemistry with our young quarterback. Looking ahead, this potential acquisition also highlights the importance of smart draft picks and cap management. The Vikings' willingness to trade Jefferson for future assets signals that they're prioritizing their rebuild. But for us, it's about capitalizing on that opportunity. If we land Jefferson, we're not just adding a star receiver, we're elevating our entire franchise. At the end of the day, Giants fans, this is what we live for: bold moves, high-stakes negotiations, and the hope that our team can take that next step towards Super Bowl glory. Whether or not this trade materializes, it's exciting to see our division heating up and our team being talked about in the same breath as potential contenders. The offseason is just beginning, and if the Giants can secure a guy like Jefferson, you better believe it's going to be a season to remember. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So Giants fans, what do you think? Would you be thrilled to see Jefferson in blue and red? Or do you think it's too much to give up for a single player? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear your take. This could be one of those off-season moves that defines our future, and I'm eager to see how it all unfolds. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, rumors, and analysis, so stay tuned. The Giants are on the rise, and with a potential superstar like Jefferson, the sky's the limit. Let's keep the faith, stay loud, and get ready for what promises to be an exciting journey ahead. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Giants.